In the year 2714, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddy Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Bill Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
When last we left our heroes, they went through Niano's asylum and they found out, they found the mad scientist's secret laboratory, and Eddy found a book that talked about how to transfer magic to physical items using very awful means of transference. But it was being done. They decided to leave that place. They couldn't find any of the bracelets because the room appeared to have been looted. Uorag found that Niano Jr.'s ghost was on the property, which led him to believe that Niano died on the property instead of escaping his own wards. So something must have happened there. In addition to that, they decided to break the wards using a combination of physical damage and counterspell. Dispel, sorry.
That spell.
And they broke the wards, which freed all of the specters to be able to go to their afterlives. They're all going to go meet with Macy real quick, and she's going to direct them toward the correct path.
She's going to be really busy.
and then
pull in the parking lot.
Then they had to fight 3 of the mad scientist doctors, Niano Jr. being one of them. They defeated them in a very unsatisfying way, as far as I'm concerned. And then they decided to head on down to Kadrin. They made it to Kadrin. They thought they got in without being noticed, despite Bill's poor roll. Everyone else rolled really well, but they think they're good to go. They made it through the servant's entrance.
It was a 7.
They think they're good to go.
He said his poor roll. It was a 7. It was an average roll.
No, they got in without being noticed.
It's a perfectly average roll. All right.
Anyway, as I was recounting the story, they made it through the servant's entrance where Eddy developed a cursed case of the coughs. And they went to the kitchen then where Eddy and Bill decided to eat some of the stew. And Hobbs ate some of the stew. Adira and Uorag did not. From there, they made it past the kitchen and into the feast hall where they found 2 clockwork-type structures hanging from the ceiling. Eddy cast the light spell, which he then forgot, and tossed the light into the room so he could see it, and this is where they are.
Yeah, so there's these big wooden cogs on the ceiling, and they're like toothed into each other. So when one turns and the other one turns.
Yep, exactly. And they're spinning around in a circle, but from the base of them, from the center of them, so you got like the clockwork cog, but from the base of it, there is kind of what looks like a cannon head. Like a trunk almost extending from it, and that's what's spinning in circles with it. So the cogs are turning and that's spinning.
I'm gonna go over and check that out. Is it connected to something?
So you enter the room and go check it out?
Yeah.
All right. So as you enter the room and go check it out,
Their hope invisible works on turrets.
Are you still invisible? Okay. All right. So you're still good. Yeah. So you go check it out, and you see It appears to be a cannon of some sort, like a cannon-like structure. And it's spinning around looking for a target. And you can't tell what's powering it. It looks like whatever's powering it is probably ran up through the ceiling, through the stonework. But you do see slugs.
Wait, what?
Like oozing around the clockwork as you've gotten closer. You can see little slugs just all around, climbing on the gears.
Weird. All right, I'm gonna go back over to the doorway there, and so there's these slugs climbing around on the wood there. Uorag, I'm gonna describe them to Uorag, and like, do you know what those are? Are those
Lubrication.
normal? I guess they do leave that slime.
Don't want to gum up the clockwork gears.
That'd be my guess.
But
then again, I'm not an engineer.
yeah, it seems like some sort of defensive construct in there. That's definitely a cannon attached to those gears. The gears are how it turns to aim, I think.
Well, do we have to go through there?
I don't know. Was there other?
You do
Yeah,
have to
because we
go
came
through
in
there.
the kitchen. It's probably the only door off the kitchen is the feast hall, I reckon.
Is there a way to jam the
But-
gears?
There may be. Let's see. Adira's still invisible.
Throw the
too.
fork up there and jam the game. Or the spoon.
Let's do the fork in the garbage.
Oh, wait, you already threw it in the room.
The lit up spoon. I already tossed it right in the middle of the room. I could just go pick it up and toss it.
I could just, like, creep under the tables, maybe. One end of the room to the other.
I think. How high off the ground is the turret?
Probably about 18 feet. It is a feast hall, but there are chandeliers and stuff that kind of hang around as well.
Does it look like the way that the clockwork arc's set, that maybe it has a blind spot?
The two of them combined do not have a blind spot. But if there was just one of them, then yes, you think you could get to a blind spot.
Stickball.
That's gonna make a lot of noise.
That's true.
It's either that or the cats.
That's true. That will be noisy.
Oh, whatever. It's
So they stick to something, right?
Uh-huh. And then they fireball.
And then they fireball.
who's the best shot?
Hobbs.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool to have you with cats.
Hobbs is not invisible.
Yeah, Hobbs is not invisible.
So if he were to go in and chuck it at the thing, he would be a target for the thing.
He's pretty stealthy, though, and quick.
You know what?
I was thinking more of having him throw it from the doorway. That's a bit.
That's a great big feast hall, yeah. I'll do it. I'm gonna go. Hand me a stick ball, and then I'll go in there and just activate it and toss it up. I'm gonna try to hit right where the two gears are touching each other.
Okay. When you do an attack, do you lose invisibility?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're directly underneath them.
Yes.
He's directly under one. So there's two different cannons.
Oh, the gears of the two cannons aren't touching each other.
No, yeah. I'm sorry.
no.
I didn't mean to confuse you guys. They're on, like, they're positioned in two different points in the room so that there is no gap in coverage.
Oh, okay.
But the gears and stuff are at the base of each one. So they're probably 30 feet away from each other.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Well, put both of you in there.
we're both invisible, Adira and I.
Okay.
Coordinated.
We could each take a stick ball.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So you two take stick balls and you go in, and we are going to do volleys to chuck them at.
That uses what, dexterity, right?
Yep. To check them at the things.
Hey, it's a 10.
There you go. All right.
One down.
11.
11. There you go. Now, these things do have hit points. So, this is a fireball spell, essentially.
Yep.
So, your fireball spell does 2d6 damage and ignores all armor.
Do I still have the bonus damage from Bill?
You do.
Which is another
I do
2d6?
And so does...
No, I don't.
you don't. You
No, I
used
don't.
yours, yeah.
Yeah, I did max out the here.
Alright. So there's 9 plus
7.
9 plus 7. 16.
16 is enough to destroy your...
Nice.
And Adira?
Sorry, I had 7.
Oh, you had
hit. Yeah.
Wait.
I had 6.
don't know
I had
what
9 for my first 2d6 and then 7 for my second 2d6.
Oh, okay. So Eddie, yours explodes. 7 for the other one is not quite enough to do it. So it is going to turn and shoot, and that is a 10. Adira from the cannon has 6 slugs shoot out of it and attach to you. Now,
Ew.
with the slug cannon, here's how the slug cannon works.
Slug thrower.
Yep.
The slugs stick to the target and they all bite down, doing 1 damage each. So that's 6 damage. Players can choose to forfeit their turn to remove 1d6 plus 1 slugs per round. And, yeah. So you've got these slugs that are biting on you, and they will continue to bite on you. And if it shoots more slugs on you, then those will continue to bite on you until you remove the slugs. And
Since I got hit, I'm on fire. Does that remove all of them?
no, they're burning and squealing, but they have sharp, pointed teeth. They're biting in. And Uorag and
I'm just gonna
Bill,
run around the room
I'm
and
gonna
set everything on fire.
I'm gonna step out and look at it. Sans glasses.
oh, okay, yeah, blast it with your glasses.
Wait. Oh no, that's a 6.
Oh no.
So you go to okay, all right. High or low?
Hi.
It is low. So the point where you blast the ceiling happens to be directly above Adira. And the ceiling falls down for only 1 point of damage. So that your armor is good, Adira.
But also, it was holding all the rest of the slug.
The ceiling collapses and slugs. No, not really.
Magnus Devlin falls through the floor bomb.
So no more damage to you, Adira, but Bill's not helping.
Of course
She doesn't
isn't.
know that.
Of course
She
he-
saw your laser
saw
beam
your
on
laser
you.
She's
beam.
distracted by slugs.
Not that distracted.
Uorag.
Okay. Is she still covered in slugs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Okay.
sizzling,
I'm
but they're persistent, little
So
bastards.
I'm not gonna help. I just wanted to know.
Just making sure.
I'm gonna shape change into a sentient pile of salt.
I was
11.
expecting.
All right. So is this like you run as a cat, jump, and then turn into salt right before you smash into
Yeah,
Adira?
just
Salt bomb me? Thank you.
yep.
I was expecting an anteater, but this is better.
Close your eyes.
All right. Roll 1d6 and see how many slugs you get to knock off her.
3.
It says +1, so 4. So 4 of the 6 slugs come off. Hobbs has a new crossbow. You guys got him one impatience, so he is going to fire at this thing, and that is a 7. So he's going to use one of his ammo. I guess I should track his ammo. Oh, there we go. All right. And his damage is that D8. 8 points of fucking damage, boys. So that is enough to destroy it. It had 14 health. You did 7 to it already. 1 armor, so that's 7 more. It's exactly enough to destroy that turret. Slugs do fall down, though.
I got him.
Okay. So 4 more slugs fall from the ceiling, and this time onto Uorag's saltiness,
Come
where
to
they
mama.
all chomp you for 1 damage each.
And then dissolve horribly into
And dissolve
mushy
horribly.
death.
Beyond the feast hall. Now that you guys have defeated the slug cannon, there is a hallway. You can see it from where you're at. It is lit with a mage light sconce.
But I still have 2 slugs. Can we get those off me now?
Oh, yeah.
That's
They're
great.
gonna do damage, aren't they?
They are going to do 2 more points of damage.
Just stop, drop, and roll in the Uorag.
Yeah.
I just do a D6,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Plus 1. It's going to be
that's gonna
enough.
be 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, for sure.
But you
Yeah.
just do take the 2 more points of damage for bad guy's turn.
Yep. Sorry if it stings.
All right. You can see into that hallway. There's a mage light sconce. A mage sconce, whatever. Are there doors on the sides or just at the end, or what's the... sides? Go straight.
There are doors on the sides. One looks to be a bathroom chamber. It's opened. The door is open to a bathroom chamber. And then the other looks to take you out toward the front of the building, if your bearings are right. And then there is a door at the end of the hall. At the end of the hallway, the door is closed.
Well, that seems like the door, huh?
Is there any kind of a gap at the bottom of the door?
The one at the very end?
Yeah.
Do you walk to the end of the hallway to check it out?
I will flow like sand there, yes.
Okay. All right. And who all is in the hallway with him?
I'm hanging back this time.
I'll stay behind you, right?
Hobbs will go with you. He wants you to be defended. Adira?
I will go with him too.
All right. So you trigger another curse trap. This curse trap is the Trap of Gluten Vulnerability. What? We need a Constitution save of +10, or you are allergic to gluten. What the fuck? That is 10 on the dice for Hobbs.
So if anybody ate the bread,
That's 11 on the dice with a +3 for con, so yeah, nailed that one.
And you don't even have to eat.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
13.
13. Ugh. I was really going to
I don't need to roll, right?
Nope.
I stayed back.
Yeah, you and Bill
So
stayed
fuck
back.
these
So you're
I
good.
didn't stay back.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. All
I
right.
said I went with him. I rolled a 3.
So Hot Pockets, until this curse is removed, will forever upset your stomach and make you pretty much need to shit yourself.
So I'm back to shitting myself. So we're getting the socks, and I'm not even cured. He just paused it.
How's it
Listen,
feel?
we'll find
though?
Percy. We'll catch
Constantly
up
shitting
with him.
yourself?
Is that permanent or just for like a
Get those
couple of days like
abjuration
the other
gods
one?
or whatever. To,
Oh no, it's cursed. It's a curse. This is an ongoing curse until it is removed.
Please uncursed.
Rag, I got bad news. I'm going to need food.
I got some Hot Pockets.
That sucks because I can only make gluten stuff now.
What? That's not true. I only shapeshift into barley.
All right.
it's not that he has to. It's just that he chooses to.
You get to the end of the hallway and you get to the door, and there is a gap under the door that you can see.
Okay. I'm going to start slowly flowing under the door to see what's on the other side.
Okay, on the other side of the door, you see a stairwell, the spiraling stairwell that leads upstairs.
Got some stairs here, guys. I don't have hands.
I do. But
I'm going to run back into the dining room. I'm going to run back into the dining hall and come back a couple seconds later unscrewing a thing. Here, get in the salt shaker, Rick. I'll carry you.
Oh, he's a ton of salt.
Yeah.
He can't do anything small.
It's like a sack.
Hold on, I'll get more.
more shakers.
Just get a big bag.
All right. Now that they're all cursed and set off the trap, I'm gonna walk into the hallway too. Only Bill's cursed. It's fine.
I was going to say, we're not all cursed. Just Bill.
I'm not
So
the
I
only
like
one
it.
that's cursed. Eddie's got the plague or whatever.
Let's get tuberculosis or something.
All right.
Somebody open the door.
I'll do it.
Stop me.
Okay. You open the door, and the door opens, and you can see a spiraling staircase that goes up. There are no traps.
So he says.
I'm going to recast Detect Magic. And just take a look at the stairs just to make sure. There's been a lot of traps. And that
He was waiting
is
for
a
us.
10 on the cast to cast Detect Magic.
Detect Magic goes off, and you do see the stairs are magical, and they are an enchantment magic. You can only see about the first 8 stairs. They're all enchanted.
And I can't tell what it does, really. Just that it's enchantment.
Correct.
I'm going to try to dispel it. That's a 10 on the cast. Because we're not invisible anymore. It would have been a 9 because of the ongoing, but...
You dispel it.
All right.
The look of disappointment on his face.
This is going to make it way more difficult for you.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
The magic is what was holding him up.
No. All right. It's dispelled. You've done it. Good job.
Damn it. All right, let's go on up.
So you walk up 12 stairs. On the 13th stair, there is a VIP style rope that spans the course of the, or for wall to wall on the staircase, and it has a 2-digit bike lock on it with the digits 0 to 9 on each one. You see a riddle hanging from the rope as well that says, "To continue on your way and see my secret place, how many steps are on my grand staircase?"
Is
We went up 12,
21.
and the 13th has the rope.
Mm-hmm. There are more steps that
And
continue
there's
up the
more that
spiral
continue to
staircase.
spiral up, so we can't count them.
Yep.
To continue on your way and see
My secret place
my secret place, how many steps are in my grand...
are on my grand staircase.
On my grand staircase.
How many steps are on it, though? Is it necessarily the steps of the staircase, or how many steps are...
This just got so much harder. You dispelled the hint.
Uorag!
It's a 2-digit code. You know that for the
Uorag!
backlog sequence.
Ask him! How many of you are there? I don't know.
First, I'm going to enter 42.
You get shot.
Of course I did.
Yep, for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to change from salt to a gas.
Okay.
To a what?
A gas. 7.
Okay.
And
The stinky kind of gas.
I'm going to float straight up and count steps as I go.
Okay. You try to get through this force field, and it does not let you go through. It is a magic barrier.
Hey, Siri.
Yes, Eddy.
How many steps are in Magnus Devlin's grand staircase?
Oh, man. Make
That's
your
a-
roll.
That's 10 on the dice.
Fucking hell. There are 88 steps on Magnus Devlin's staircase.
Thank you, Siri. 88 it is.
It disarms the VIP rope, and you can move on up.
Moving on up.
Would you guys like to know?
Yes.
The stairs, the first 12 of them, make a musical note as you step on them. The first would have been C major, and all the way up the notes until
Grand staircase.
you got to
grand
a B
piano,
major.
88 keys.
88 keys, just like Dick Tracy.
A grand staircase, like a grand piano.
Piano.
Yeah. Would have been pretty easy. I feel like you guys would have gotten it.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yep.
Yep. Then you dispelled the hint.
Oh, there's curses everywhere.
I know.
He's like sad that you solved it with Siri, but also there was no way left to solve it with Siri.
Yeah. Yeah. And the spell to put that containment thing on is called Shelter. Specifically, a gaseous form or a liquid. Nothing could get through. Like, you specifically couldn't. Like, so, anyway. On we go.
On we go.
Okay.
Onward and upward.
Up the other 76 stairs.
Climbing the rest of the octaves.
I hate it here. Our heroes will return after these messages. Hey there, it's Nico again. If you'd like to skip the ads next time, as well as support our show, you should check out our Patreon. All levels get ad-free listening, where you get to skip all the commercials, and then there are a bunch of other features, depending on what tier you go with. Check out the link at www.afoolsquest.com. And now that the commercials are out of the way, it's time to dive back into the foolishness. All right, you get to the top of the stairs, and you find a beautifully carved wooden door.
Handcuff
Is that one magical?
Is that one magical?
How long does Detect Magic last? Or is it like a one and done in this?
I think it's a one and done in this.
Oh,
We cast it again. It's a 10.
Talking mama, right?
10 for Detect Magic. Is this door magical?
You don't see any magic specifically on this door. You do see magic and magic aura beyond the door, though. In the room behind it, you can kind of get
there a keyhole?
face glimpse. Yeah. There's a keyhole. Yep.
This door's not magic, but there's definitely magic behind it.
I'm going to gaseous form through the keyhole
Okay.
and see what's on the other side.
On the other side, you see a door, and there is a... So, room opens up into a large library. There are thousands of ancient tomes stacked from floor to ceiling. There's a skylight above the library, but the light is dim, so you know it's supposed to be sunny outside, but it's almost like a moonlight that's dim and provides very little vision into the space. There are a few mage light sconces lit, but none are in direct line of sight, so they appear to be hidden behind bookshelves, bookcases, stacks of books, whatever. You're just getting the off glow. The glow appears to be of a light blue nature, almost kind of reminding you, like I said, of that moonlight style. An old, ancient-looking man sits behind a beautifully carved wooden desk, and on the desk, you can see a sock sitting there, just with something inside of it. And there are also some books on the desk. He's got a staff leaning against the side of the desk, and the desk itself is surrounded by blankets and sheets, kind of like a kid's fort.
That's right.
That's what you see as soon as you enter the room and you're looking around. Is there anything specific you'd like to look for?
The other sock. Sorry.
So you said he's there, sitting at the desk, right?
An old man. there.
He's like a little ways into the room.
Right. There's a staff nearby there.
Leaning against his desk, like within arm's reach.
A sock with something in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the sheet fort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to kind of stay low to the ground. Come back out through the door to the guys. And let them know he's inside. I saw a sock, too.
The sock. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Why didn't you grab it?
He has
I'm
no
a
thumbs.
gas.
Oh, yeah.
A gas with Quizno lips.
And antlers.
And antlers.
Missing a chunk of its ear.
Yeah, it's a gaseous here. Just one antler.
Should we knock?
We should knock.
Let's knock. I'm going to knock on the door.
You hear a, come in.
He's got the same curse.
I'm going to open the door and say, you got that one downstairs too? Or,
As soon as you open the door, a physical trap activates. And above you, this thing slides open, and a big glopping green slime just drops from the ceiling. And everybody needs to make a dexterity save of 10. Hobbs fails.
10.
9.
11.
9.
Apparently it plopped down and I dispersed.
I think that'll be okay for Eddy.
10 it is.
Oof, okay. All right, so here's what would have happened. The green slime that drops from the ceiling, anybody who is affected by this has a 50% chance of dropping their weapon during any attack until the slick ick is removed.
So that's,
S-L-I.
Not so bad.
that's you, right, Eddie?
Yeah, but I don't
He
really
doesn't
attack.
He doesn't attack.
Very
Yeah,
often.
not like that.
I mean, occasionally, but I haven't replaced that sap really, so
Does it not happen to your wand then?
I don't have to make an
He-
attack really.
He's got a rod.
I
Yeah,
can attack with the heavenly staff, but
or the heavy slash. Sorry,
You got
Yeah.
the gun.
That's true.
You do have a gun. You could drop that.
I do have gun.
I do have a gun. All right, so you guys come on in. And Eddy and Hobbs are sticky. Oh, Hobbs is sticky. You got the stick ick.
Hobbs might drop his crossbow
Yep.
The slick kick.
or Adira's axe.
Or the slick ick. All right.
All right. Listen, when you invite someone in, usually you don't drop sludge on them.
Yeah, well, sometimes, I think it's funny and I want my privacy.
That's fair. We did intrude. Magnus
not
Devlin,
first.
I hope.
Yes. He's still in this pillow fort area, like blanket fort around his desk.
Well, greetings. I'm Eddy Falzone, master of the House of Ember.
Oh, I know who you are.
Oh. Do you know why we're here?
I don't know. I really don't know why you're here.
Well, see, we owe a favor. My friend Bill here and my friend Adira there, they were both affected by this stuff called chemical X. Are you familiar with it?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. And this is very expensive treatment, and the payment for their treatment is, this is going to sound weird, because it really kind of is, but we need your socks.
Ooh, I'm afraid I can't part with them. And he reaches up and grabs the one sock that's on the desk and slides it closer to him. And you hear coins rattling around on the inside of it.
Coins. Well, why can't you part with the socks?
Because I'm attuned to it. That attunement is a type of magic that happened before the last break. And you guys don't have to deal with it during this version, this cycle of Uorag, but attunement was how we connected with certain magical weapons that were more powerful than really they had any right to be.
Okay. There's a few things to unpack there. You said we attuned to the things before the last break. Mm-hmm. Which there's an implication there that you, Magnus Devlin, were alive before the last break.
Oh yeah, that implication is correct. And I didn't go by Magnus Devlin back then. I definitely had a different name, but I was there, yeah.
2,000 some years ago.
Mm-hmm. And I was an old man then.
We'll come back to that because now I'm intrigued, but the socks are a powerful weapon.
Oh yes.
What was that old man's name?
That's what I was just going to say. What was that dude's name?
Baron von...
Baron von
Kaichausen.
Kaichausen. Have you ever heard of Baron von Kaichausen?
Oh yes, I have.
So he seems, I'm guessing, to know the nature of your socks because that's the man who wants them. How do you know him? Do you know him? What's happening?
Oh yeah, he came here looking for some information. He came thinking he could gather it and thought this castle was empty. And after I sunk the ship, he used magic to get on to the island here and tried raiding this place. So I launched him into the ocean after I hit him with with my, well, you're calling it my sock, but I call it the slug shot.
The sock makes the slugs?
No. I don't know. Oh, you mean the slug cannons? No, different kinds of slugs. There's no slugs in this. I just call it the slug shot.
Oh, well. Is that what makes those big fireballs that blow up the ships that pass?
No, that's my hands.
Okay. He said he used magic to get to the shore. Did he actually cast a spell, or did he just pick himself up and carry himself by the hair? Anyway, he does that in the movie. So is there anything we could offer you for the socks?
Oh, no. I think the socks are going to stay with me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, let's swing back to the last break. You appear to be a human.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Just a really old human.
You look pretty old. What?
Yeah.
How?
Well...
So, we don't live 2,000 years.
Yeah, no. So my friends and I, we were helping some individuals, a lot like yourselves, quite honestly, children of the first people. They were trying to accomplish their mission by defeating Greyhawk, only they didn't know that Greyhawk was bad back then, and, they were kind of stumbling through things. So me and my friends were working to help figure it out, and one of the things that we had to do was raid this, one of the first people's vaults. His name is Jimyor Gonson Thorkillen. He wrote some books and was a part of this town called Eterno. Real big hot mess. Anyways, when I raided his stuff, we also raided this guild stuff that was back there, and I came across a bit of a wish spell, and I used that wish spell to make sure I wouldn't die until I had all of the information ever.
Wow. That's commitment.
Yeah. Yep.
That is commitment.
Definitely playing
one
the
thing
long
you
game.
said there, a group like ours, children of the first people. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, you three, and he points to Eddy, Uorag, and Adira. He said, all have blood of the first people in you. Not you two. He points at Hobbs and Bill, and he says, but of course, you already knew that, didn't you, Hobbs? And Hobbs says, yeah, I did know that.
All right. This is...
So do you and Thorkillen not get along then?
Oh, no, I don't get along with anyone, really. I mean, after I had this wish spell and kind of finished up some stuff with my friends back in the day,
the last age.
well, yeah, the last age. Well, pretty much, after Malphader kind of broke away and did his own thing, well, I just learned how to make phylacteries so that I could kind of reset things, mortal injuries, that sort of thing. If I can't die, I don't want to be crippled forever. So kind of built myself up, and then I stowed myself away here after the pact hunt happened.
After the what?
The pact hunt with the the warlocks.
Oh, yeah.
You might know when he mentions Malphader. You might know about that hero if you want to make your roll, and that would tell you who this person is.
9.
A 9, that'll do it. So this is Sir Thaddeus Treblecock.
Called it.
Hey, Magnus. Your last name, Treblecock?
It's Devlin now, but it was once Treblecock.
You know? Have you heard the name? Now that I say the actual name, you have heard the name.
Why? It's like a
Maybe. Intelligence?
intelligence. It's an 11.
Yeah.
No, a 10.
Yeah, well, that'll do it. Yep, you'll know.
Treblecock. Thaddeus Treblecock.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're a legend.
Wow, I was. And I lost my magic, and so now I'm trying to get it back, but I'm really just trying to fix you, Frey.
You lost your magic, but you're still fireballing ships. How is that?
Well, I got marked with evocation after the break.
So you can only cast evocation.
With as far as my innate abilities go. I mean, I've got some stuff that I can do with, these things, and he lifts his arms, but he's still behind the sheet, and you can't see what he's motioning to. He's still in a little blanket fort.
Okay. So this is a rare opportunity for me to speak to someone as knowledgeable and powerful as yourself in the ways of magic. And I'm a young man. I'm still learning. I've graduated and everything, and I am obviously the master of the House of Embers, kind of coming to my own, but I think I could learn a lot from you here. How is it that some people are able to cast multiple schools of magic? It used to work that way, right?
You mean without being warlocks?
Yeah.
As far as I know, no one can do that. Can you do that?
Yeah.
That would make sense. The veil between the in-between and here is weakening, and Greyhawk is growing stronger, and Tim, Terry, and Tiana are growing much weaker. It's about time for them to give up their spots in exchange for another.
So
We've heard those names before.
Yeah, we heard those names
from Abigail.
From their mother.
Abigail. And the first people, Loki, you're familiar with Loki, I'm sure, had been rounding them up and caging them in the House of Embers forever was his plan. We set them free, and now I'm the master of the House of Embers, as I've stated, because it's important.
Flex.
Would they be the ones taking Terry and Tim and Tiana's places?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure it's you, Eddy, Uorag, and Adira who will be taking those places. You see, every cycle, when the magic breaks, we need avatars to go face off against Greyhawk in the in-between. He's not at full strength here. Well, he's not here at all. He's only in the in-between, but he's been kind of locked away and imprisoned. And as long as those avatars take their place, they can kind of hold him in that prison, but it keeps going through this cycle. And, I'm sure you've heard of the 9 Lives Scimitar and the Book of Tiana that's out there. This is stated in
about those.
This is stated in all of them. So I don't know where the Wanderer is who has those items right now. I've been looking, but real pain in the ass to track that person down.
Abigail the Wanderer?
No, Abigail doesn't have those. If she did, I would have killed her a long time ago.
Abigail's the one that told us about them.
Yes, but anyway, I've discovered from all my research after all these years that there is a way to just finally destroy Greyhawk and to end this ever cycling turn of magic that's just ripping you Frey apart. And yeah, really what we need to do is release Greyhawk and then kill him here on this plane of existence, just like what we would do with one of the first people or Loki.
But we need to release him first? Isn't he a god?
Well, yeah, but if you can imprison one, you can destroy one.
So, out of character, would I meta knowledge know that Greyhawk's kind of an asshole. Mm-hmm. But in this time, it hasn't really come up. Like, how do people view Greyhawk?
The majority of people worship Greyhawk still, and treat him as a good, benevolent god. The Moonlit Path people, who are kind of a cult, they
They're
treat
the ones who say Greyhawk
Greyhawk is bad, and that was founded and primarily funded by the Brom Royal clan.
Okay. So, but why would we want to kill Greyhawk? That's like, isn't he, on our side?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure if he had his way, he would enslave everyone on this planet or murder them all and just start fresh. He's a little bit of a madman.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't anyone know?
Well, because he's been locked away.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, he has a lot of worshippers. How do their prayers get answered if he's imprisoned?
You can tap into a god's power without them specifically feeding that to you. All the other 11 gods, well, I guess not Loki included, but all of the other 10 gods outside of Greyhawk and Loki, all of their power can be tapped, and they're not on this realm. Nor they answer specific questions.
That's exactly how warlocks work too. They take their power from otherworldly beings.
You would be the one to know.
Because I might have to hunt them. So this 9-life scimitar and this journal, those are going to be necessary to defeat Greyhawk?
No. They would have held the key if you guys wanted to follow in the same footsteps of Tim, Terry, and Tiana, but you're not going to do that. You're going to die. Because after reading probably 1,000,000 times The Unbridled Wrath in the Portal of Mount Obix, which talks about the story of Eterno, I've found out that the 3 people who are chosen to sit in those spots don't have to be alive. They can lend their power to another.
So you're gonna take that?
Yeah, I am.
I have a issue with that. I don't think we need to die.
You would, but you see, you're just not capable enough. You're not knowledgeable enough. You don't have the power, and you're not an immortal being like me.
I'm gonna cast Shadow Walk. Everyone in. Back to the House of Embers. Not really. I don't have a prayer.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out how immortal you are. Because we're not just gonna lay down.
I understand. And the blankets all collapse around him as his shelter spell disappears, and a fireball blasts out from him and smashes into all of you.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.